And greetings, everybody. It is your friendly neighborhood Mailcat, the Trojan Pair. Or you can just call me Trojan or Mr. Pear. I mean, whatever. It's all good. I am getting ready to go to FWA 2025. And this is the day that we are going to head out over there for a decent length trip, not very long trip. And then we will check in with our hotel and registration. There has been a lot of talk about FWA 2025, a lot of negative that I've heard, but we're here to enjoy the positive things that will be there. It's quite a big con. It's not always been one of my personal favorites, but it is still a fur con. So let's go and get ready for our trip. Packed all of our essential items for the trip. The convention is going on from Thursday until Sunday. We will be leaving on Thursday since it is a relatively short trip for us compared to other cons where we would actually leave a day early. All right, everybody, we're all loaded up and we are ready to go.
You're forgetting something, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, right. Just a second. Human mode, activate. Okay, now we're good. All right, so we are at our hotel room here at the Cortland Grand. It is quite a interesting little hotel. We could not get one of the main three hotels here due to the fact that they just weren't available at the time. We have a room separator, which I guess would be nice if we had somebody staying next door that we knew. The bathroom has some pretty basic stuff to it. You've got your shampoo, conditioner, body wash. Gail's particularly bothered about the fact that there is no stopper for the bathtub. The toilet is one of those push button toilets. And then, of course, there is the sink with no soap. So there's no way to wash our hands. Got your safe in here. There is a hair dryer, ironing board, and the beds. Basics with the drawers. There's the little fridge underneath the area, which is going to be fun to try to get to. And then, of course, got your basic ice and lamps. And then here is the view from the hotel. We're pretty high up in this little hotel. It's quite smaller. We might be in one of the highest levels of this hotel because it's not that tall. And you can see right there is where the main convention is at the Marriott Marquis, which will be there at some point later. And there's what I call the trifecta of hotels that are involved: the Hilton, the Marriott, and the Hyatt. So not overly impressive, but at least it's not too far away from the main action. We might actually decide to walk there, even though there is supposed to be a shuttle, even though I don't remember seeing anything. I'll have to look that up. All right, we are heading towards the front exit, so that way we can get to the supposed shuttle that is available to take us to the Marriott Marquis, where we will probably eat before going into registration. Here it is, Marriott Marquis. At the Atlanta Marriott Marquis. It's quite a little busy. However, because of Gail's disability, she was able to get in at the accessibility registration, which is much shorter. Now we're thinking about food. Walking through the Sky Bridge to try to get to the food court, to get to our lunch destination, which is not in the food court itself. Here we go. Whee! Whee! This is the one place that we often have gotten food before, is in the hub. It's a food court. Show some video later. Well, we stopped by Hard Rock Cafe. Alright, I got the veggie fajitas. Pretty good concoction. Sparkle got her usual plain burger. Gluten free all the way.
Caesar salad and I don't remember what it was called, but it's spicy. Really spicy.
Diablo. Well, that's all we did for day one. Just kind of getting to the con, getting through registration, bite to eat. We'll spend a little extra time at the Marriott Marquis tomorrow doing some of the events that are going on that day. So we'll have more to show for you when that happens. Good morning, Atlanta, and the Marriott Marquis will be heading over your way in a little bit, but first breakfast. All right, done with breakfast. Breakfast was pretty nice, a little expensive, but definitely one of the nicer things we've had in this hotel. And now I am fully uniformed, in her little attire. Go down, check out Dealer's Den and a few other things going on today. Currently down at the Hyatt. We walked across the whole way, and we are just outside the vendor hall and artist alley, where rather a lot of people waiting to get in. So kind of early, so we're just kind of hanging out, chilling, having a sit right now. Oh, we're in to the Dealer's Den.
Our main thing right here.
Looking around,
We're gonna have one that's
the different vendors.
Friday on stage. We're gonna have our main stuff on Sunday.
Go ahead.
I'm actually gonna go at 2 p.m.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, please pick up the package.
Quite a big area, but no surprise. I've been to this vendor many times. I always get something when I come here. Of course, for obvious reasons. Although Gale got this one this time. Brady Creation. Got me a hand towel too with the capsule stuff. Trojan back in human mode now. I am here with Gale at the food court area. Lots of different places. We decided to get the sushi place. It's pretty good. You get 8 pieces of sushi with 2 sides. Very nice. It's quite busy because we decided to go here right at 12 o'clock. And there are quite a few people here, as expected. We're going to enjoy our meal and then move on to the next phase. Back in action on Furry Frozen, the Mailcat, ready.
Yeah.
The artist alley now. And it is busy. The lines are getting ridiculously long. But we are here. And we are looking We found some interesting people. Back to the quiet room now. So outside of one of the meeting areas, waiting for Gale to get done with her Therian meet that she was at. Meanwhile, I went to go do the Uno gaming thing at the board game area. There was a lot of people there, so much so that they ran out of decks and had to add people in for large groups. Also because there was no like set rules. Uno is one of those games like you need to know what your set rules are going to be beforehand, otherwise it's just going to be a confusing mess. And that first game that I played was confusing because it's like we start doing things and then things are like, oh, are we doing that or are we not doing that? And so that kind of got to be too chaotic for me with the amount of people and whatnot. So Gale should be out soon, and I guess we'll go eat. Dinner at Sway. I've got the pasta with shrimp. Gale's got shrimp and grits. We're going to see if it's a local version. Yours is hotter than mine, I guess. It's morning of the third day. It is raining out. That's fun. We're about to get a small breakfast at the cafe today, and then we're going to head on our way. Alright, at the game room in the Hilton. Boy, there is a lot of activity going on over here. Tried a few games. Now we got to get to our escape room. Oh, rain, rain, rain. Dampering the experiences of being in the furry form. But we're on the sky bridge. We're heading to our destination. Here we are. It's time to escape. I'm gonna go into our escape room here now. Do the Wild West thing. Well, we did our escape room. Didn't get out. Didn't know it, but apparently it was the hardest room there was. And it wasn't necessarily hard because the puzzles were that hard. It was hard because there were a lot of different mechanics that were involved, one of which included trying to balance some balls into a hole like a maze. That seemed to take quite a while and a lot of patience, so you have to have a lot of different skill sets in order to be able to solve through it, which we were unable to do. So, oh well, we'll get over to dinner in a little bit here. Once we just kind of kill a little bit of time, and then we'll go about the rest of the day. So many peoples. Alright, the best part, getting in this little triangular sky bridge area where it's always super crowded. Uh-oh, she gone. Too many people. Back at Artist Alley, why is it acting this way?
Well, that's going to be a story.
Got a custom-made Space Godzilla pillow from Let Loose Cook. We're going to look them up later. Alright, time to get out of this pretty busy thing.
Yes, I always just read.
Alright. Go, 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 go. Food court again for dinner. We've got ourselves a nice little meal here. It's quite a meal for what you get. The falafels and this was the eggplant. This is red cabbage. It's got a little bread for me. And then I got potatoes and
Sweet potatoes here. Got some hummus. Got some eggplant, falafel, and red cabbage. Oh, and complimentary vegan soup.
yeah, I got some of that too. I already finished that. Some unique drink selections. Lots of gluten as well.
Local root beer.
This is the name of the place behind me. So that way, it's the first place you usually see if you get on the Sky Bridge. Quite interesting. The owner's a really nice guy, too.
He called me beautiful.
Hey guys, so today was an interesting day. I didn't get to go out in my furry form because of the rain. Wanted to, but most of the day, with the uncertainty about, busing and whatnot, we did find the bus. It was a little weird because it wasn't exactly following the travel line that I thought, but we did figure out how that is, so maybe hopefully tomorrow I'll have a much better chance of going out in furry form. And then we did do obviously a few things, so hopefully tomorrow will be better on that front. Gale is out doing something that I'm not really super into, so I guess I'll just kind of hang out here by myself. Alone until she gets back. Maybe be asleep. Last day tomorrow. Alright, the last regular morning, last morning of the convention before traveling back. Today, I'm gonna have another cafe breakfast. So heading over there. This Mailcat is ready for work. Even though work for furry form Trojan is going out to the hotel. Alright, making our way back to the hotel. Got our Hilton and the Marriott right there. We're going to go to the Marriott. At the cotton store. Where's Gale at? What are these? What'd you say? What are these? Oh. Okay. Furry University. Interesting. Ah. That's more with the theming for this year. No. Definitely a lot more interesting stuff than what I'm used to seeing at the con store. Where'd Gale go again? Gale buying all the different stuff to have to tote around while we got lunch. Went to Farmer's Basket this time. So we've been to a different place every time, and this one was pretty good. I think I would probably do the veggie plate next time, honestly, just so that way I could get a variety of veggies. I got the shrimp with it. But it's always a decent choice for more of a Southern style cuisine, even though it's Asian-based Southern style. So there you go. At the Marriott to go see somebody. It's the first time actually getting to go up this high. See all the people on the elevators. Not too bad this morning because this is not when everybody gets on. It's in the evening. All right. Back at the video game area, checking out some new games. We were there at the Sin City Light game, which is kind of interesting to me. This is Rising Stones, which feels a little more interesting. Just kind of getting a little tutorial from the developer about that right now, and then we'll check some more stuff out. Time for pictures.
Y'all okay?
Huh?
Y'all okay?
You're looking good. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. There it is.
Yep.
Hey, how's it going?
one of the people on.
Like, it's impossible to find anybody.
I know, right?
It is. It's just like a small city going on here. It's wild.
I mean, I'd have a hard time delivering to this place the whole weekend.
Yeah, like how long would it take you if you had to deliver one piece of mail to everybody here at FWA?
Probably a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
let's see, wait a minute. I can do about 800 a day, so 2,
carry the one.
yeah, that's about 10 days.
10 days. Well, next time you gotta show up like 5 days earlier next year.
I know, right?
Right?
That's true. But I'm always able to deliver.
Trojanpear always delivers.
Right. I got special delivery.
Special delivery.
I always got special delivery.
It's always good to see you.
Last dinner in the food court. So we're going to try the pizza place today. Get a little bit from there. We missed the opening ceremonies for Dealer's Den and whatnot, but we are here for closing ceremony.
It has been a wild time here at this convention too. Lots of cool things here, but also lots of mistakes. And we're very curious if you're going to mention any of those mistakes.
We're still trying to keep up with the interference. And I'm happy to say we have trapped Paradigm inside my phone as a chatbot. So our greatest nemesis will now be reduced to a lifetime of writing bad ad copy for websites.
Last year, we were up here together and we struggled, right? We both almost lost it. So I thought that it might be a good idea to bring a little extra support just in case. So, just in case. I'm already going. Okay, we're good. So, FWA's donation. After all of that, we also decided that because of what's going on right now in the world, we needed to do a little bit better. So our total donation to Lost and Found Youth this year is $150,000. So our total attendance for FWA 2025, 17,736 people. We cannot thank you enough about your love and your support. It really helps us get through the craziness that this event is, that we put on every year. So thank you.
FWA presents Nowhere in Between with special guest Kipper. Join us next time for a friendly mystery where the rooms are hot, the hotel is beautiful, and mysterious lights shine from the atrium ballroom as we all pretend to sleep. Good night, Furry Weekend. Good night.
Registration will open for next year at the Nowhere Inn, but for now, get out. Get out while you still can! Ha 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 ha! And we will see you next year. Goodbye!
Okay, had to mention this before going to bed. I am going to start wrapping up things, but there's a food truck out here. They've had several food trucks outside the hotel, which hotel otherwise has not been that great, but the food trucks that have shown up have been pretty interesting. And so I actually decided to go to one of the food trucks since I needed some food, and a lot of the cafes and stuff at the hotel are closed. This is poutine french fries. Never had it before. They had it at a food truck, and it's a veggie one. You got the french fries, you got cheese curds, not fried cheese curds, just plain cheese curds with the veggies, which it's got, like tomatoes and onions, and then the french fries in a mushroom style gravy. Oh my God, this is so good. And this is a small. It's a little pricey, but it's a full meal. I'm probably going to let Gale have some of this too. My God, this is really, really good. First time ever having this. Awesome, awesome stuff. Canadian, too. Interesting. Well, everybody, I'm back home now after the trip to FWA. We just pretty much just slept, packed, and drove back home. We did have a little breakfast somewhere in Atlanta before actually beginning the drive back, but nothing too exciting. The con itself was over. We headed home. My final thoughts about FWA 25. So I've been there 2 other times before. Overall, this actually ended up being the most enjoyable con, probably because of the fact that I got to be in my furry form with my uniform and everything the first time ever at FWA. I think that was a large part to do with it. Also, I got to spend a lot more time with Gale than I think I ever have at FWA, which was nice to be able to have somebody to spend all that time with. However, the con itself had quite a few little issues. Number one being the virtual queue thing that they had. Virtual queuing is a no for future FWAs if they ever decide to, bring it back. They also talked about doing registration next year at the Cortland Grand. And let me tell you this, the Cortland Grand is the worst hotel I have ever been to for any FurCon, and maybe possibly in general that I've been to, but definitely for any FurCon. The hotel amenities were lacking, especially with not being able to provide some basic soaps and whatnot. They had a texting service that said, if you need anything, just reply to this. Multiple times I would reply, never get a response. We tried to call the concierge on the room phone, never could get through, and finally just gave up and decided to try to do something else. The shuttles were a little hokey too, because it made it seem like on the path on the map that you were given that they were supposed to show up at the front of the building, but actually they showed up on the side of the building, which you would have never known if you actually hadn't just went out there. And the main reason we wanted to do it, despite the fact it was fairly close, we could walk, was when it was raining, and we needed that. So they need to kind of improve the line of communication on how the buses are running. The registration being moved over to that hotel, I'm a little sketchy, because it was, like I said, it was one of the worst hotels I think I've ever been to in terms of service and whatnot. Their food trucks that they had out front, that was a nice little thing that they had, but service and the amenities over there were severely lacking. Their breakfast restaurant wasn't too bad either. So, that being said, the hotel that we stayed at was not bad. We will not be, so look, I'm not going to FWA next year. It may not be for several years, possibly. But if we do return, we're not going back to the Cortland Grand. No, not doing that. We are also only going to go back if things improve overall. There are certain aspects to it. It's very busy, very big con. Really, it's kind of hard to get around, do things. You'll probably notice in the video, it was very loud. That was one of the nicest things about the con that I have not noticed before, was their quiet room. We did the fursuit lounge. So some of their amenities are actually pretty good. Scheduling was a bit hokey as well. The fact that they were having the Georgia Fur meet and greet with the opening ceremonies at the same time seemed like a really big conflict, and we were going to have to choose between that, which I did not like that either. So the theming was great. Loved the theme. Absolutely was great about that. So overall, again, a big con like this, you're going to have some hits, but for a con like this to have this many misses, I think it's because they're just growing too fast and they don't know how to handle all the added challenges that they're having to face because they're getting so big. I remember 2 years ago when I went, they jumped significantly in attendance, and it was amazing how much they had jumped. And they're continuing now to be one of the largest furry conventions in the country. And I just don't know if they're fully ready for that sort of responsibility. I think this year is kind of what that is. So having said that, overall, the best FWA I've been to in my 3 years that I have went to FWA, but it's not saying a lot because I've had some pretty minimal experiences in the past. There's definitely a lot of room for growth, but I'm not going to be going to them for a little while. But I will be going to other conventions. I'll see y'all at IFC. If anybody is going to IFC, and you'll get to see your friendly neighborhood Mailcat over there. And until then, this is your friendly neighborhood Mailcat, the Trojanpear, here to wish you blessings, and I hope that you enjoy your furry adventures. Bye-bye.